Weezy Moon Chaser here, back another episode of the Morning Detour. Now this one I've been playing a lot of backpack, a lot of deep hip hop. I want to get back to the roots. I've been speaking to these birds for about 2-3 months now, so it's a pleasure to be here with the whole unit, with the family, with the ecosystem.
That's right, likewise.
They have a new situation happening, Blood Moon Prophecy. We're going to feature it on the show after the interview. But the story is much deeper than that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When I got the bio, this should be a Lifetime movie. This thing is crazy. There's a lot of things going on here. But let me give the context of the situation. So Black Anglophone cultural producers in Quebec face a range of challenges that we all know, right?
Absolutely.
That impact their ability to thrive and contribute fully to the movement, right? One key issue is the limited representation and recognition of Black Anglophone artists, writers, musicians, filmmakers within Quebec's predominantly French-speaking cultural scene. Now, we've all dealt with that, you know what I mean? It took me 7 years to become the award-winning radio host, English speaker, leading the Anglophone movement.
And congrats to you on that.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Applaud you on that.
You guys' journey began in 2006, right?
Yeah, it's many phases. Many phases.
So let's start here. Let's start at the beginning. What inspired you to launch the Eyes Wide Open artistic peace movement when you first arrived in Montreal? And how did hip-hop culture shape that initial vision?
Okay, man. Of course, hip-hop culture shaped it because, you know, that's what I am. I come from that, you know, from the beginning, back California, my uncles, my father, you know what I'm saying? Like, hip-hop is in my blood, you know. When it comes down to the Eyes Wide Open artistic peace movement, you know, at that time, you know, y'all was young, you know what I'm saying? They were like super young, but back before they were born, me and my wife, we was both activists in California, you know what I'm saying? So the communities that we come from, we've always been active, you know, in far as, you know, Black issues. You know, we've always been participant in Black conscious communities, you know, from the spoken word scene to straight up, you know, just fighting gentrification in the areas, you know, where we came from.
Exactly, no, for sure.
You know, but however, you know, things just became so complex, you know, as generations start changing. And we just found like, yo, when Apex was born, we were like, yo, we think we need a breath of fresh air. I think we need to get out of California. I mean, you see how California is now.
I don't know why you guys left. Y'all had beautiful weather. I know.
mean, the weather was beautiful, but when you talk about geopolitical circumstance, you know, and when you're looking for someone like me and, you know, people's like me and my wife looking for something greater, searching for something more, you know, and also we felt like we needed to get out to be able to figure out and broaden our own horizons to be able to contribute have a greater impact, you know, there. You know, so we left California, you know, through her schooling. She did like a abroad program. We came here to Quebec, and to be real, you know, when we got up here, we was like, yo, there's Black people up here too. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it was at the time like, you know, during like the Bush administration, you know, and like, you know, so it was a lot of, you know, everyone was. I mean, I think it's been from the beginning of time, everybody against the American administration, but like, you know, it was a lot of like criticism against the current office, and you know, we were part of that, you know, just coming out of like, you know, the 80s and 90s crack era. So there was lingering sentiments from every angle and every perspective, you know, coming into 2006 for us, you know.
So you wanted
we wanted a new environment. And when we got up here, you know, we found out it was Black folks up here. You know, we found a commonality with a lot of persons. You know, we really embraced the French side of it. You know, we saw the Haitian community. You know, and me personally, you know, like in America, you know, it's really black and white. You know, so for me, it was like, yo, if you black, you black. You know, that's what we want.
No, up here's a little different. They, you know, they kind of divided up by nationality,
you know, which is linguistics, you know, all these things.
Which is ridiculous at whole when you think of it. And you know, as we talk about it later on in the interview, we're going to show people how that kind of impacts the creative aspect of things. How it impacts the distribution of me creating said art. Montreal, my city, I apologize. I didn't even introduce it. His name is Shiloh. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm, you know, and my current moniker is Old Man. You know what I'm saying? Old Man, like the old man of the clan here.
And we also have El Mega and Apex in the building as well.
That's right. You know. But to make it all short, man, to wrap up that last question, yo, we came here. Me and my wife came here when Apex was, I think, a year old. You know, she came here through school to finish up school, and we thought the environment was cool. We wanted to explore. We wanted to like grow our horizons artistically, and also, you know, we wanted to connect with other Black folks. You know, people from different persuasions. Though, you know, later we felt a little differently about that, but, you know, we wanted to connect with our people globally.
Yeah.
And, you know, not just our people, all good people. Yeah. You know, we was coming here and we just fell in love with Montreal, man.
No, Montreal does have a good scene. Once you get to the heart of it and you understand the people that's living here, there's a good vibe here.
Right.
I don't. This question might be a little heavy-handed for the youngster, but introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are, brother.
Yes. I am Apex Supreme, as you just introduced. But yeah, member 1/5 of Clan Supreme, producer, artist. Yeah.
So you be producing? You making beats?
Yes, I mean, I felt like it came out of the need for good beats. Can't be buying beats forever, so yeah.
So it's a great question for you. So how did you find your place within Montreal diverse art scene as a Black cultural producer?
To be honest, I think I'm still finding it. But I think it's just, like I said, being born in California but really raised here, it's just like it's just a part of life. I feel like creativity, art is something that's always kind of like around and accessible, and that's what I do love about it. So I think finding our place is still easy at the same time. It's like just really like, it allowed me to, I think, be a creative, like a pure creative in a different way from trying to be something or trying to just be rap. It's like really broad in that sense of just like art in its many forms. You know?
Do you ever get frustrated when you're within yourself into a creative space and you're trying to understand, okay, because I always ask myself when I sit down with creators, like, you know, you're thinking about something, no one's done it before. You're not trying to copy anybody, you're not mimicking anybody. So sometimes you doubt yourself, like, am I going the right direction? Do you ever face some of those obstacles when you're creating? Because you don't have a blueprint. You're creating off scratch. You're off your feel, off your clan, off the vibe, off the family. So sometimes do you have doubts when you're in that kind of zone with yourself?
I wouldn't say doubts. I think it's something that I think all creatives I probably question at some point. But I always like to say, like, you can't copyright a chord. It's just a part of the scale. So it's like, even if it's been used before, the ideas haven't been touched. No one's heard your spin on it. You know, no one's heard the Apex version or way of doing it. So that's what I like to keep in mind, I guess, to answer that question. Yeah.
And also too, the name carries power. You know what I mean? If your name is Apex, it really has a different tone to it.
Right. You gotta reach that apex.
Yeah.
Gotta be moving towards that apex constantly.
Let's pass it on to El Mega. Pass him down the joint.
Yeah,
El Mega, introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are, brother.
That's good. Another 5th member of the Clan Supreme, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, handling marketing and doing a lot of things with, as a creative director and music. And man.
So when did you join the Clan Supreme?
Man, organically. It's been years.
How did you find yourself within La Familia?
Within the Familia? Man, I remember when I was like 13, I was getting into like, my neighborhood was, there's a lot of environments that I was in that I felt like I needed, didn't know I needed an outlet. But when I found, my big bro actually reminded me and told me about this open mic night. Little did I know it was being ran by within way back. It's 2007, 8, those days. And I remember I came there and it was like a whole new world about poetry, spoken word, discussions that I had no clue what it was about, but I knew it was different than my environment. And so like the poetry scene was where I learned more about hip hop, because I was getting as an export coming from the States through mediums like online.
Exactly. So now you're getting the first hand
of like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? What is hip hop? What is art? What is this spoken word scene like? And so it was an outlet for me. Grew into that later on. Ended up, spiraling into Humble Lux, Sovereign Music Movement, and now Clan Supreme.
Yeah, for sure.
What are some of your challenges as a marketing director? Because I've listened to the music. I've had, of course, I got the exclusive Blood Moon Prophecy. But when you look at the type of music that you guys do, it's not commercialized. It's not the one that's typically going to get played on radio. It's not the one that they're typically going to have at the Bell Center or Place Laval or whatever it is.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. No, there's always
coming though.
Right? No, listen. Everyone that's a creator in Montreal, their goal should be to sell out the Bell Center.
That's right.
I think about that with my team every day.
Absolutely.
I think about it every day.
That's up.
So you being a marketer for the brand, what are some of the things that was important for you to get out when you go pitch it to radio, when you go pitch it to companies? What are some things that's important? And this speaks a lot to you guys' brand identity as well.
Right.
I think authenticity, you know what I'm saying? Because the narrative and the story is what's most valuable. You know what I'm saying? The music, by the way, nobody has heard the diversity of the sound. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't let me bring Cosmos here and then show you the diversity that's gonna come out more throughout the year. So it's longevity. You know what I'm saying? So this is not just like a one-time product. Obviously, we got the Blood Moon Prophecy right now. Yeah. That's the main current campaign. But there's so much more to come out. So the sound's just gonna keep growing, keep evolving as we evolve. And so there's gonna be some hits. There's some bangers. But there's also that authentic root hip hop that we have that is really our narrative.
And it's making a comeback too. So you guys are coming out, you guys have been out for a long time, but you guys are dropping this Blood Moon Prophecy at the right time. Because meaningful rap is making a comeback.
That's it.
Rap with substance is making a comeback. Exactly. You know what I mean? There's only so much of this to the depth. I'm gonna pop this. Everything is wet. Now it's going back to what it was back in our golden era. It's like 2000, 99, 05. Back when you guys were sprouting up.
And I mean, I think it's a perfect opportunity for us because it's also kind of going back to a regional sound. You know what I mean? Which kind of gives the groundwork for persons to like kind of sculpt a vibe, a sound. That the rest of the area could kind of take in and put on that international platform, So I think, it's perfect timing for us. And being multi-generational also allows for us to kind of carry, like you said, we've been around for a long time. I would say I'm the old man. I've been around for a long time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? L, I would say he an OG now too. He been here for a minute. But the youngsters, they ain't been here but for a hot second, you know what I mean? So like for us to be a multi-generational group, it allows us to tap into where solo artists wouldn't necessarily be able to. So we can carry that really off-kilter, underground, abstract, real versatile style, which tends to be a little bit more beneficial if you're taking it from an entrepreneurial standpoint, an independent standpoint, you know what I'm saying, moving merch, building your own community. However, with the rest of the group being 4 other members, there's no limitation because, like El said, there's music and songs that they have that, rival Drake, you know what I mean?
Oh, I can't wait to get those.
I wouldn't say the same content necessarily, but, as far as in sound and sonics and vibe and danceability and party, I think we touch every soundscape. But this is just like what we believe is like the best entry. And I think they kind of also giving a little nod to me, being the older dude. They're like, before we roll out, what I'm saying? We gonna do some jazzy stuff. Old man, you know what I'm saying? Show we love him, but before we get up out of here, But
so we've been speaking about it a little bit here. Blood Moon Prophecy, the EP.
Sir.
I know you guys are excited. I've had a chance. I want to say first and foremost, thank you for giving me the advanced look at it. I really enjoyed it. I just like listening to guys that's gonna make real music, man.
That's what's
I'm not an A&R. We've only done the top urban morning show in the country for years.
Hey, man.
So man, I think I know a little bit. Joe Black is a super producer. That's my guy for 19 years.
That's right.
So I think I know a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Blood Moon Prophecy.
Let's do it. Blood Moon. Well, it's a collaboration with Katola. Montreal producer extraordinaire, man. The whole process was real organic. We had some old beats on the database, on the hard drive. Look at me, database. I was like, but on the hard drive, and Apex was like he said earlier, he's like, yo, I'm tired of making beats. I need some beats from somebody else right now. And that popped up, and we had a freestyle session just like that in the studio, and it ended up with like 17 tracks. Then we hit him up like, yo, man, you want to hear this? Katola was like, in his very mysterious way, like, I think this is it. Let's do it. And then, we ended up, I have family from Cali out here. So my brother from Cali was out here. We all went to the studio. We started chopping up a few records and everything. And then it came out, you know what I'm saying? So we ended up producing a lot more work than what we're putting out. This EP is only 9 tracks, something like that. Yeah. So, we have a flood of other music that is just ready to just put out there.
Okay.
So so it's our collab with Katola, very dope producer.
The whole clan's on it?
The whole clan's on it,
So for someone looking to purchase or to get into Blood Moon Prophecy, what's the overall vibe of this EP?
Okay. You got
overall vibe?
Apex the producer, okay.
I was like,
let's know what we can expect, you know what I mean? Because I've heard 2 songs, I don't have it in front, but he sent me 2 songs. I tapped into it. I was like, okay, I like this.
Okay.
I like this.
Word up.
And honestly, this is what I have to say. Like, shout out to Katola.
Yeah, shout out to Katola.
Production, such a purist with like seeing him in action on the vinyl, chopping it, doing it, and then just you can tell like when you're just an artist at heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is.
So I really love. And you mentioned earlier about like we missed the golden age.
Right.
That's what me and the boys always talk about. So we missed the golden age. Bring it back so we can rap again. Soulful beats, whether it's the drumless beats, whether it's the just really jazzy, like I said, jazzy, soulful production, vibes, flows, good music. That's what you can expect.
You know the problem is with the drumless beats is that the monkey room, what people don't want to talk about is that most rappers can't rap on it. That's the problem. I was watching something where I think it was Benny the Butcher was talking about something the other day. He goes, the issue with some of these rappers is that the real rappers like my boy that's in Raising Canaan. What's his name there? Oh man, name is killing me. And the rapper that's in Raising Canaan, man. But anyways, Joey Badass.
Okay, Joey Badass.
Even me as a radio host, I felt like a fraud sometimes because I'm not tapping into Joey Badass the way I should be.
Right.
I'm not hearing it.
Right.
And then the other day, Tidal played something for me, and I understood it.
Okay.
I was like, okay. and when I started playing Blood Moon Prophecy, I got that same kind of feeling. So, first of all, I love the dramatic intro, so I know that was Apex or Katola. And side note, this was a dope vibe. I'm talking about the transparency and the transition of knowledge. Okay. You got to sit down and see Katola work. You're a young guy coming in, so now you just being around the energy, you have grabbed some of that essence, and now you can run and carry that and form your own. And there's a power in that we weren't doing anymore. And it was like, I'm just saying you to be.
There's no apprenticeship.
Yeah,
that apprenticeship.
And we don't have that.
Lost,
And if you look at things from a larger level in our black community, we don't have that apprenticeship no more. We're not transferring the knowledge like we used to be. So to be able to see that in its essence, Blood Moon Prophecy was built on strong foundation.
For sure. That's definitely what was important. That's important in everything that we do. I think that's the familial element there. I think that's where it comes into like our collective spirituality, our individual spirituality, where it all connects is those principles are the base reason why we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? It's not just to, succeed or be recognized for the music side of it. It's to say, hey, these are what we're doing it for, and the music happens to be that good. So it's the full package. You know what I'm saying? It's the communal aspect of it as well as the music, because the music is nothing more than the extension of the actual culture that we live in, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's like, I agree everything you're saying in short, and that apprenticeship, that sincere expression of our black culture through our music and through the forms and the products that we create is, kind of been, I ain't gonna say lost, but it has been ruined to a degree, through this mass commercialism and
kind of watered down. They try to kind of water it down because a group of people that empowers themselves, a group of people that informs and educates themselves.
Right.
That's the most dangerous thing.
Right.
Us having, people should be like, it's just a cliche like knowledge is power. But when you look at its essence, the more we know about our condition, the more we know how to support other black brothers, black sisters, the more powerful we are. And that's the part. So you kind of see what their mission was, kind of watered down.
Absolutely.
And that leads me to my next question. When you look at Blood Moon Prophecy, the EP, what is the original message that you hope listeners or fans take away from Blood Moon Prophecy?
Man, I think like a lot of the music, a lot of the songs, I would say like it speaks basically for each song like that we have. I think like it kind of speaks a different chapter, different sound. You know what I'm saying? We got Slow Down, we got Blood Moon. Blood Moon in itself is actually also, it's us prophesying or seeing, every rapper, every MC needs a vision. You know what I'm saying? This is Clan Supreme's vision about what's going to be of Montreal, what we see of the city, what we see of the larger world and the market and the industry, our views, our perspective, and introduction, because it's really, you know what I'm saying, it's the second process.
Yeah, it's an abstraction.
Introduction.
It's definitely an abstraction.
An abstraction, I guess.
It's kind of like expressed abstraction.
Well, give them a sneak peek too, because there's more prophecies. Blood Moon Prophecy. This is like Twilight. Y'all got different editions, there's different prophecies.
Exactly. It's a second installment after the Great American Eclipse from 2024, like you mentioned.
Pure tape,
Exactly. So it is like
a mixtape.
Right. So it's a little introduction. It's an abstraction, like you said. Yeah, I would say like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a little splatter of paint.
Nah, for sure. I agree. I'm right with you. I agree with everything you said. it's like a reflection, you know. It's like really a call to like reflect. We didn't want to be like, you know, over judgmental in our opinion. So it's really, you know, abstract. It's really jazzy. It's really done in a way to like, so you can sink into it and feel and vibe.
Yeah.
Hopefully you catch a trace of the thought pattern, and you could connect to that thought how you choose to connect to it, you know. But ultimately we're inviting persons to explore, you know, life, death, all the things that are really touching us as human beings, you know. And also we're, you know, declaring our personal experience as, you know, a family, black men in Quebec, dealing with a lot of the things you just expressed, and just experimenting and finding a way to succeed. And with the aims to be able to, if we find the secret honey pot, you know, we want to share it and diffuse it with everybody else, you know. So that's kind of like the overall message. Like, let's take Montreal music, not just music, let's take Montreal culture, let's take Montreal black culture, let's go ahead and break down these walls of division. And, you know, let's make this region a powerhouse. And, you know, we hope to be a part of it. That's kind of like what we want to be taken from this project.
And on that note, I'm gonna play Slow Down. I don't know about
Yes,
y'all, but I don't know if Apex did the intro. I don't know if it was C. I don't know who it was.
Slow down.
But I was like, oh, this is perfect. Because you know me, I'm the intro king. I heard the joint. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go crazy on this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a crazy intro on it, but I'm gonna play Slow Down, then I'm gonna play Float Master.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flow Master. Oh, that's the abstract joint right there.
Yeah, we into everything. It's our show. We produce it. Ain't nobody gonna control me. I'm gonna play the joint.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know what I mean? So anyway,
Much love.
this is a sample of Blood Moon Prophecy, the EP. It's available when?
October 30th.
October 30th, yeah.
October
Whole
30th.
EP comes out October 30th. Slow Down is that focus song.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so it's the early release. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Montreal, my city. I'm here with Clan Supreme. Well-spoken brothers, man. The whole unit's here, multi-generational, man. It's a beautiful thing for hip-hop in Montreal. This is Slow Down. All right.
Sure.
Okay.